Hi Virgo, this is a love reading for the second half of June for Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. It could either be for yourself or if you are cross-watching for someone else. The energies that are going to come through, they could apply for twin flames, divine soulmates, or love connection. So just take the messages as they apply to your situation. It's general, so if you want a personal reading, you can look at the description box and find all that information there. All right, so let's get started and see what is going on for you in the month of June. Okay, and we have, guide. Let's see what else. Shadow work and family. Okay, so it definitely seems like you are being guided right now to take a look at your shadow self and do that shadow work. So this might be actually manifesting as hardships, okay, like getting triggers that are forcing you to actually look in yourself, and it's like bringing aspects of yourself up to the surface that maybe you weren't so aware of before, and this is happening through certain triggers is what I'm getting here. You're really being guided to have these things come up so that you can work on them, and we will see what this is about. And this could also be for your partner, of course. The roles can always be reversed, and it does feel like for a lot of you this might have to do with your family. So maybe something that your partner is triggering in you is related in some way also to your family or things that have happened in the past with your family. So you might be able to find a connection there with what you are feeling now, with feelings you have had in the past that maybe are still unresolved. Okay, so let's see let's see what all of this is about and what has been going on in this connection. So let's see what has happened already in the past. Okay, we have foresight and death. We're just going to get a couple more. Let's see. And one more. Okay. This Wheel of Fortune, I swear, it just keeps coming up. Alright, so Wheel of Fortune together with the Emperor and then the Nine of Cups. Okay, so it's almost as if you could feel an ending coming in this connection. You could like foresee it. And I mean, it seems like this person that you're dealing with, and again, I'm just going to say this again, it could be the other way around. It seems like they were just sitting comfortably, either sitting comfortably in this connection or just being greedy in some way, like wanting more than what you felt was their fair share. We're going to clarify a little bit and see, but let me just get the current energies. And see what is going on now and then tie it all together. Okay, the Six of Wands. The World. And the Six of Cups. All right. So it feels like right now, like something is concluding, something is changing, something big is happening right now, and you can probably feel it. With the Wheel of Fortune and then the World, being in your mutual energy, there's definitely huge changes that are taking place at the moment. It almost feels like it's the ending of one chapter and the beginning of the next one, but it's difficult for you to see that because you're right smack in the middle of that happening right now. And I do feel like a big part of this is actually from your person's end. They're in the process of changing something, concluding something in order to start something new, and this This could obviously be another person, but it could also be something within themselves. Maybe even something related to their work, a habit. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it feels like they are actually reflecting on the past, seeing how whatever this was, this like I said, either sitting comfortably or being greedy, or maybe just wanting too much from something. And it could even be like I said, work. It feels like some sort of an overindulgence, and it could even be alcohol. It could be anything, but there was definitely something that was causing a problem in this connection, and you could see this coming. And let's see, it feels like they're now looking back on this and seeing how it affected things, really reflecting on themselves, thinking about you for sure, whereas you're kind of standing your ground. And it's interesting because this has been coming up a lot, like in a lot of these readings for this month. It feels like the viewer watching is the one who is standing their ground or walking away. I haven't seen it as often the other way around, but of course the roles can be reversed. So let's see, we have the Five of Swords and the Four of Wands. Okay, so I'm getting that this person maybe was also a little bit stubborn concerning this, almost as if they just wanted things to be their way. Remember when I said greedy? So I don't really mean it like in that way, like greedy in the bad sense, but more like, they just wanted things to be their way. Like if they want to work this many hours, if they want to have things happen this way, it's kind of like they wanted things to go their way, have a little bit of everything, but to the extent where it wasn't fair for you. And for a lot of them, like I said, it could have been another commitment, or it may have something to do even with their family. And so it could have been a conflict between their family or someone in their family and you. And it's like they thought they were keeping this balance, but apparently not, because they just kind of wanted their way, and you felt like they weren't, almost as if they were not putting you first. And so now you're in the process of focusing on your own self, being triggered to do your own shadow work, and it feels like you are being successful at that. So let's clarify this. Let's clarify the Six of Wands. And we have the Emperor. Okay, that is the second time that the Emperor is coming up here. So I feel like, yeah, you want them to be successful. You want them to really be able to take control over their own lives. And so until they do that, you're just focusing on you, taking control over your own life, being your own emperor here. Let's see, World. The Five of Wands and the Queen of Wands. And the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so it feels like whatever it is that is concluding here, it was this conflict, that whatever this conflict was between the two of you, it feels like they're really seeing you as this Queen of Wands here. And almost as if there was, this conflict between you and something else, and you felt like they were choosing that something else, or putting that something else first, or putting their needs first. It's like now that is what is changing. They want to take control over their lives and actually put you first and fight for you, is what I'm getting here. You might You may or may not be able to see this, but this is what's going on, because what I'm getting here with this Six of Cups is also that they miss you a lot, okay? They're thinking about the past. They're seeing this past behavior. Let's see what else. Death. I swear, it feels like it's just a common theme right now, because we keep getting similar energies. We have death here. So definitely putting an end, wanting to change. I mean, this is like 3 cards that are suggesting a change or an ending and a new beginning. The Wheel of Fortune, the World, and Death. Let's get one more here. Judgment. Yeah, see, because they're really, like I said, remember when I said self-reflection for the Six of Cups, and I don't even usually even say that. And then we get Judgment. Okay, so definitely seeing the truth about whatever this Five of Swords behavior was. Okay, seeing the truth of that, reevaluating what they have been doing. That they were just, you know, pretty much serving their own self-interest without even realizing it, maybe for some of them. Being comfortable, maybe staying in a comfort zone, putting other things first, and leaving you a little bit on the outside. And now now that they miss you, you know, they're able to recognize that. And they definitely don't want this to be over, is what I'm getting here. Okay, they definitely don't want this to be over, not with this Judgment here. So let's see what's coming up. What is the potential here? Okay, we have Temperance. The Seven of Wands. The Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords. Okay. Okay, so it feels like this person coming up, they're still, I mean, they really want to make this change. Like I said, they're seeing it, okay? And that's definitely the first step. Being able to make that discernment within themselves and having that self-awareness of what it is that was going on and why it is that you guys are, you know, just either withdrawn from each other or arguing or distant or whatever the case is, or in conflict. That is definitely the first step, but it feels like they're still kind of having their guard up. It's like they want to let this go. Like I said, they really want to end whatever it was that caused this problem, but they're still kind of resisting completely letting it go. It feels like it's an ongoing process, but we do have the Six of Swords. Okay, so they are moving in the right direction. It just feels like they're moving in the right direction, but with a little bit of resistance. Okay, so that just means that it's just taking them some time, but they are moving along, right? And then, so we have the Seven of Wands here, but we also have the Knight of Wands. So it feels like, yeah, like pretty much what I just said. Like they're kind of in and out. It's like they want to, but then they move a different direction. Then they want to again, and then just not really all that stable. But it's like the desire is there. Okay, so it feels like they are taking the first steps, but just having a little bit of a hard time really and completely releasing this. You, on the other hand, during this time, it feels like you are going to really be balancing yourself out. Okay, with Temperance being here. Finding your own center, grounding yourself, realizing that, you know what, you know, I can do it even on my own, you know. I'm not going to accept this kind of this kind of a treatment. But Spirit is also saying here, you know, just be careful you don't fall too deeply into this Five of Cups energy, okay? And it's only natural that you would be sad about it feeling like it's taking a while. It would also be natural for you to miss this person. Just, you know, don't only focus on what you have lost, is what's coming through. Don't focus only on what has been lost here. Look at what can be gained, okay? Once all of this is sorted. And, you know, if you feel guided to completely release this, because I know there are some viewers that watch these videos and you know, you keep saying that if this person isn't treating you right, then, well, you know, you should walk away. If you feel like that is what is right for you, then yes, always follow your intuition, okay? But there are certain relationships that are worth putting in the effort for. Okay, that doesn't mean hanging on to them. It doesn't mean being dependent on them. It doesn't mean not moving on with your own life. No, but that doesn't mean you can't keep it in the back of your mind that, hey, you know what? There is a possibility here and there is a potential. I always say, if there was abuse, then yeah, you know, end it. Cut it out and, you know, don't even go back. There is no second chances for something like that. But if you feel like this is a very strong connection and that there is something that can be resolved, you know, focus on the positives and what that potential is in the future, okay? But don't hang on to it. Don't hang on to it without balancing yourself out, okay? It just means that, yeah, you know what, that potential is there. Relationships are always going to have challenges, okay? That is part of the purpose of having relationships, is so that we can have challenges, overcome them, and learn and grow through them. All right, so let's clarify this person. Okay, Seven of Wands, we have the Devil. And here we have the Ten of Wands. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I mean, there's going to be a little bit of resistance because there's still some sort of a karmic pattern that either needs to be resolved, or there is an addiction that needs to be resolved, or a toxic relationship that needs to be resolved, okay, with another person. Whatever that is what they're still kind of resisting of letting go. So it's just confirming basically what I said. But like I said, after that, it feels like, yeah, you know, it might be a little bit of in and out, but they are moving in the right direction. And it just basically feels like they're going to get to this point where they just can't take it anymore with the Ten of Wands. I feel like they're just going to really exhaust themselves before they can release it completely. Okay, so it's up to you if you want to wait for that or not. I feel like what the message here is, you know, don't wait. But there's no need to just completely end it for good, if that makes any sense. Don't wait, you know, you can hold space, you can keep it in the back of your mind, like just keep it in the back seat, you know, of the car, kind of a thing. That it's something that once it's ready, it has that potential, because it does. But for right now, you have to focus on your own balance and act as if you're not. When I say act, I don't mean superficially. I mean for yourself, you know, live your life as if you're not waiting on this, as if it's not going to happen, in other words. Okay, live your life in that way. And then if it does, well, great. You know, if this person comes back around and they have resolved this, then great. And I feel like that's why this is such a challenging time period for you, and that's why this shadow work is here. And that's why this family is here. Take a look and see within yourself how this reflects your early childhood or family life, or maybe even a family that you have right now. All right. Let's see, any final messages to close out the reading for Virgo, please? Oh, and we got 2. So this is exactly what I was saying. Okay, number 1, okay, embracing enthusiasm. Yes, you know, don't let yourself go low vibe. You know, be enthusiastic about whatever is good in your life right now. You know, don't let this shadow work and this shadow side really bring you down. There are definitely other positives in your life at the moment. And then look at this, exactly what I was saying. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. That's exactly what I was just saying. To not hang on, to live your life as if this isn't going to happen. Redirect your energy away from this connection for a little while, you know, just so that you don't also get into this 5 of Cups energy for too long, all right, and really find your balance. And yeah, like I said, there's definitely potential. It's just this person has to put in the work in order for them to be deserving of your time and of your attention. Alright guys, that was it. If you like this, please give me a like, leave me a comment, and I will talk to you soon. Much love.